Good morning. Well, nice local walk today. Just going down Lock Lane past the very posh Trent Lock Golf Club. Yeah, as soon as I started filming, train crossing went, cars went by, people, dog walk, everything. As soon as I started. But yeah, it's a nice and easy one today. So let's have a look at the route.
We start to head down Lock Lane and past the Trent Lock Golf Club. Then turn over the bridge and start making our way up the Erewash Canal. We then pass West Park and then it starts to open up. Passing Totten sidings on the right, we start to head into Sandy Acre. It is then through open countryside and day one finishing at the back of Stapleford.
Nice and easy route, isn't it? Anyway, we let this car go past. Told you, as soon as I start doing anything, they all decide to disappear. Anyway, yeah, nice little route, nice and flat. Dog friendly, buggy friendly, I suppose, most of the time. Yeah, it's only a local one. I've done it into 5 sections. So you can do 2 or 3 days worth if you want more of a distance walk. But a lot of it is flat, so it won't be good if you've got a heavy bag or anything on your back. But we'll be taking in most of the sites anyway. So see what I mean by all the cars. Yeah, so you can do 1 or 2, 3 stages if you want a longer walk. But yeah, it's dead easy, and it's taking in some local historic sites, and they're all, I think I've done a couple of videos where I've gone Benley Viaduct. I'll link one up anyway. So yeah, we're not going Benley Viaduct, so we're going near there, and yeah, just something local. I thought it'd be different, because Erewash gets very overlooked, unfortunately, and yeah, it is a lovely area. Riverside Canal walks all over, Shipley Country Park, you've got nice little villages like Stanley and everything. So there's a lot to offer. But anyway, let's get a move on. Sorry about that, cars again. I give up with this, I really do. My pants in the middle of Aldi, I only went in for some fucking Garibaldi. So, we are at Trent Lock, locals' favourite. So you've got Steamboat Pub there, and we've just passed the Trent Lock. You'll find links to him. I know the Trent Lock has. I'll put him up. It's cracking down here in summer. So if you're on a pub crawl, you can start off at these two down here, go along the river, along that way. That'll take you to Soul Marina. So you cross over the river into the marina, and then it's anyway, just seen some female spandex. Female gay. Anyway, yeah, you can go down there, it'll take you into Soul Marina. There used to be a micro pub there, but I think that's shut now. Which I don't blame them, because it's constantly flooding, it's changed owners that many times. But yeah, as I was saying, yeah, you can get there and then you go over Sawley Bridge. I don't know if it's called Hawksthorne Bridge or Hawksthorne Bridge or something. Anyway, there's a pub on your left. You go round the corner into the village itself. Then you've got the White Lion. And I can't remember the other one next to it across the road. It's a lovely little pub, it's known for its food. But if you turn left just past the White Line, you go around one of the quieter roads, and there's the station, the railway. So yeah, cracking pub crawl if you want to. I mean, even if you don't drink it, it's all right. The railway is probably the Wetherspoons of Sawley, I'd say. But it's still a not bad place, always warm welcome. But yeah, like I say, there's a cracking walk. I've done a video years ago over this way, and then come around through all the fields and that, and then ended up literally down here, right next to the old, it is now old because it's defunct and not working. And so we're having national shortages of power, apparently. Anyway, yeah, so we'll crack on down this way, down Cranfleet, towards Cranfleet, but we're not. We're coming that way, straight across from where we've come, down the Erewash. So I'll see you in a minute. say Cranfleet Lock down that way. It's another nice walk as well. Get to Attenborough, which I think I've done a couple of videos on. Might do it again someday in summertime, where it's really nice. But yeah, up this way, nice little tea rooms as well. Been there before. Then you've got the Steamboat pub, so you can stop there, sober yourself up, and then carry on. Yeah, this is the Erewash Canal. I'll put some information up about it. But this is a nice little place, brilliant in summer, just as the Trent Lock as well, if the front garden is not flooded out in winter. We did pass what was the public toilets just before the Trent Lock, but they've now been gutted out and it's going to become, I think it was Dexter's coffee shop. If I can find anything on social media or website link, I'll plod it up. But I think those toilets are just for boaters, so I think you might have a key for them, I'm not sure. So go for toilet duties beforehand, because walking next to water when you need a wee is not the best idea. Not usually one for houseboats, but some of these that you see around here, especially the one further up there with the roof balcony on, or whatever you want to call it, is gorgeous, especially in summertime. But it does get very, very busy around here. And train noises, because over this way is the main junction going from Derby Long Eaton way, Nottingham that way, and the main line crossing, I can't remember what it's called, and that's the St Pancras line, also to Leicester, if you really want to go there. Yeah, not bad. There's the beast. I think that's the one my sister walked past once when she come to, because when I lived in Sawley, come down this way, and that's the one she said she wanted. It is nice though. If I it is nice to see still these boatyards still open. There's not many about these days. It's a shame, because canal boating is becoming more and more popular. Now, just to pre-warn you, nothing bad. They're putting a new bridge in over the canal in the centre of Long Eaton, and a bit further down on some new housing estate. So we will come away from that, but you can go through Long Eaton anyway, so the shop's there if needed. I can't remember if I put it on the map or not. So yeah, we'll come off the canal, but not for a few minutes yet. Probably another 3/4 of a mile. But yeah, just to let you know, in case some of you know the path and think, well, what the hell is he doing? So yeah, anyway, let's crack on. Oh shit, my pants in the middle of Tesco. I only went in for some broccoli and pesto. Not a bad life to lead. So if you do just want a really, really short walk, come up this way, and this is Fields Farm Road, and that'll take that down to Sawley, well, Long Eaton station, and then you can either get the bus or train back to Nottingham or Derby. But still nice, even though it's only a mile and a bit, or a couple of miles, still a nice walk. So now, Jeffrey, go under this way, it's left, and then it goes right, but it goes under Tamworth Road. So if you go in towards where we started, this is where the bus will take you, the Indigo or the Skylink. Well, ignorance is bliss. Somebody's just looked at me and smiled, said morning, just gave me a grunt. Anyway, there is a pub just down here, we'll show it in a minute. It's called I think it's the Boating, I think. It's owned by the same guy that's got the stage in Nottingham. And I've not been in yet, it's supposed to be quite nice, but we don't really go into pubs that much these days. Right, so we got to that statue, whatever it is. You don't turn right, you turn left. I completely forgot got to the railway bridge, I thought, hold on a minute, that's the way on one of the last days we come, well, the last day I think we're coming back. Anyway, so come down this way. I'm just waiting for that lady to go, so I'm not, don't look as I'm following her. Just been shopping by looking at it. Has the bag, B&M bag, in her pyjamas at 11:25 in the morning. I'm not saying anything. Anyway, let's crack on. So, main path is down there. We'll walk along this way. It's that bit is a bit muddy, and I couldn't get onto it back there because there's a couple just stood there and I said, "Excuse me," they just didn't move. So after that, I'll kick one of them into the canal. Anyway, the bridge. I can't remember if it's just up this way or further down, but there's another bridge there. It's part of the same town renovation. But yeah, plastic houses. But it's part of a £25 million under this town fund. Most of it is going on the bridges. Anyway, seating them pot plants won't fix anyway the high street, but never mind. Anyway, we'll carry on. Ooh, not so shiny. Rusted already. Soon be done. Good job I didn't go on the canal path. Right, time for my weekly rant this week. So yeah, first one is, where was I? As soon as I start talking, there's somebody running in front of me, cyclists coming that way. Yeah, so, but, anyway, quickly, because it was raining yesterday, it's muddy as hell, and I want to keep these boots fairly dry today, because I need them to clean them after the kinder walk. Anyway, yeah, I thought instead of cutting across West Park, I thought I'll just walk it 5 minutes to town centre and then get the bus down. Saves me a good half hour. And there was a lady on the bus. Yeah, and she was one of those, I was going to say, God, no, I won't. She was loud on the bus anyway. And she said she didn't want anybody to know her business. She was arguing with the bloke on the bus about kids, so the whole bus knew what was going off and could tell the story. And she was moaning and arguing because he blocked her on Instagram. She says, I don't want anybody to know, even though about 30 of us on the bus knew. The only thing I've done is post it to Facebook. If you don't want to know the business, especially if it's regarding your kids and your partner, don't shout on the bus. It's not rocket science. Anyway, dum dum one gum gum. I'll do the next little rant soon. Get it out the way. Sorry, that's better. But yeah, more people coming this way. I just can't win. Like I say, walking down this canal side down here, you just walk past all the houses and you're just a bit jealous of them because they've got waterside gardens. But it is a nice walk. But like I say, just at the minute it's just a mud pit because it was chucking it down yesterday until early evening, so it's not dried out yet. But you've got this path and you've got the river Erewash that side. I think there's some sort of path down here, but that'll be laden with mud as well. Anyway, see you in a minute. Yeah, I did decide to come on the path. It's dried up now, but it's just too many people up on the bigger path. Way too many, you know me with people. So yeah, I've had to put the gimbal, whatever you want to call it, away because it just kept changing modes. But this is Sandy Acre now, so we're shortly going under the A52. Oh, that was a tight squeeze under there, shall we say. So on the last day, roughly, we can either come back this way or I might carry on, go over the railway bridge where I turned the wrong way earlier on. But we'll see at the minute. Anyway, onwards, Jeffrey. Right, mini rant before the other one. Just seen a lady walking, gorgeous little staff, well not little, he was a big fella. He was gasping for breath, or he looked dead thirsty to be honest with you. And she's going, no, you don't need a drink, you don't need a drink. So she'd come out when the sun's blazing and them dogs are big, so they will need a lot of water. And she's not even brought any with her. Anyway, yeah, whatever. My whinging over for now. Right, oh. So, Time for rant number 2. So, second rant. This might pee a few people off or not, I don't know. I've gone past caring these days. It's not political, it's swinging or swinging or whatever on the edges. Right, so this is not for the left. This is for the lefty nutters, which we know there are out there, and if I offend any of you, not bothered. Anyway, so you always say tax the billionaires and the millionaires. Okay, but they're the ones that pay most of the economy. I think it's over 60%, 50-60% or something at least. They're the ones that employ thousands of people, and they're leaving. But like I said, I'm not going too much into that side of it. So basically, when people shout this, what they want is for an economy to be stagnant, an economy to not do anything, not go anywhere, for people just to basically live in poverty for the rest of their life. So somebody works hard all their life, made the money, they want them to just live in poverty, basically. You know, equal shares and all this lot for people. Yep, put that there, that's better. And it just doesn't make sense, it really doesn't. Because if you're doing that, what's the point in people working? What's the point in people trying to graft all their life to get a decent retirement, at least, if not before? And when you say, and now the other arm, I don't know what's up my shoulders today. And when they say, you know, the pensioners with the £1 million houses. My dad retired early. We had no choice because of ill health. But they're not millionaires, you know, they're comfortable, they're happy, they go on their holidays at least twice a year. Far from £1 million house. They're happy where they are in the area. But everybody thinks pensioners are millionaires, so those people that worked all their life, had no savings, you know, because of reasons, or they chose not to, whatever, get a state pension, yet people like another party, that colour, want to decide and ruin it. No pensions. I think that's one of the policies. I might be wrong, but so yeah, it just doesn't make sense. But anyway, that's the serious bit of it. Let's get back to the walk. Now this is Sawley Lock, sorry, Sandy Acre Lock. I've always loved this little cottage here. There's a couple up this little bit. Just this little cottage here, beautiful. But yeah, that takes you back up onto the main road through a bit of cottages, and then you go through the estate onto the main. And this place, which we'll show in a minute, is open. Is open at times to the public. So yeah, this place is open. I don't know if it was a mill or something else, but it is open at certain times of the year because it is a little museum and that. So I'm sure there's some details. But this here, I think this is the Derby Canal basin, even though there's not much of the canal here. They've been trying for over so many years, decades, to try and get it re-put back in, but the amount of land access needed is not possible, I don't think. Yeah, that's where the Derby one goes. Like I say, it's blocked off now, but that goes through Backerbreaston, Draycott, obviously through to Derby. But it'd be nice to see it open, but you can't really do so. So there's that much land access needed, and it cuts through farms and everything else. They've done sections, but it's just been left to overgrow. So I can't see it being a full canal again. You can still walk most of it. I think you can down that way, and it goes through to Nedge Erewash, where they've dug out all the old locks and that. If I can again, I'll put some more information. I'm turning into an encyclopedia here. Anyway, one thing, good thing today, not seen any spandex, apart from at the start. Gay spandex. And there we are, the remembrance of modern civilization, concrete crap, shall we say, A52. Now that bridge coming up there, I'll finger the bridge. Oh yeah. That is basically where, if you want to, you can come off left in Sandy Acre, right into Stabbo, or Stapleford to you posh people. But we're not, we're going straight on, and then we'll see the mill on the right hand side. look, another pub. They're absolutely rat-arsed by the end of this one. So, just had a quick chat with a couple of ladies. Just further around, just over there. Lovely to meet them. Really nice people. So if you see this, hello from me. Yeah, so we're just coming out of Sandy Acre. We've probably got half to 3/4 of a mile left, something like that. So we're near the end. But yeah, so it's been a lovely walk. Like I say, I don't know how long this video is going to be. Might be 10 minutes, might be 20, might be 30 minutes. But yeah, some lovely houses, new builds, Lego houses. But speaking to one of the ladies across from there, one of the other ladies were, and she says not too keen on the house, but the setting next to the canal, spot on. But yeah, like I say, it's accessible to anybody. It's nice and easy, dead flat, and cycle along it. You can go all the way to Langley Mill, or if you want to do it, I think it's just under 12 miles, the whole route. Always love this little place. It's right next to an industrial unit, but he's got his own little garden, his own little shed and everything. It's not a bad little setup at all. And to Langley, and then all you can do, you can either walk up or get the bus even, the R1 into Nottingham, or you can go up the hill and the R1 up the hill, or walk it, whatever. And repeating myself again, in Tina, and then get the H1 to Derby. So you've got access there, or if you want to push it, walk back or go back along the Nottingham Canal and then get into there. But yeah, anyway, let's crack on. So this is the old bit of Sandy Acre coming up here. Anyway, another cyclist, I won't go into that. But yeah, up here, along here, Stony Clouds Nature Reserve. It's popular for dog walkers, nice walking. You get the views, and on a good day you can see Ilkeston and even Allport Heights. You can see the towers there. But also around here, like I say, you can cross. There's a bridge just here, comes across the field. Make sure it's a dry day because you'll sink otherwise. But just around the edge, under this bit here, there are some cliffs, which I think is a local climbing spot, proper climbing, not just up the grass bank. But there is a path that comes down along the front here, and as it comes onto the field, you can get through to Stanton by Dale eventually. This is the bridge I was on about. You can cross over, get there, come across over to there, just see it. But if it's been raining, you have got no chance. Anyway, see the motorway just over there. So probably another 15 minutes or so and we'll be there to finish for the day. So we're nearly at the end now. I can see the, well, the end. So we'll start back there on the next one. Like I say, there's a break in between after the second and third one. So I'm doing another walk then. But yeah, like I say, there's loads around here. You've got Stony Clouds up there. You can get up to Stanton by Dale by following the field under the motorway bridge and through the golf course, turn left and up the hill. Not much of a hill really, so you'll be alright. But yeah, like I say, I've done this circular just so people can do it either in stages, or they can do it, you know, 2 days at a time and then an easy one at the end. So you can do short or long distance, whatever. But it's all fairly close to public transport. Like where I come off this one, turn right, 4 or 5 minute walking on the main road, 15 back into where I live. Well, the bus 15, not 15 minutes. But yeah, like I say, been a lovely walk. Not been up this way for a long time, and it has turned out an absolutely beautiful day. And I'm not actually sweating that much because I've got the underarms open. I have had somebody stop me and say you've ripped your coat, but I'm going to get that a few times anyway. But hope you've enjoyed it. Don't forget to like, subscribe and all that malarkey. See, didn't swear that time. And yeah, I'll link the Kinder Scout video on there. That's only about a 20-minute one, so it's not too long. Some can watch on your break if you want, or if you're really that bored. But yeah, put all the information below, all the socials, usual thing, and the website, because I will most probably either do a blog on the Kinder Walk, which I think I might do actually tomorrow, so it comes up on the Wednesday, and every Wednesday I'll put the blog out, and then obviously the following Sunday is the new video, then the Wednesday and so on. Yeah, anyway, There's me just enjoying the view at the minute, apart from the tipper truck. Yeah. Anyway, stay safe. Thanks for watching.